Welcome to quaranTV. I am your host with the most, Utabiso Agazweni. It's a chilly day in the Bay today, so it's nice for you to stay indoors and stay tuned to the best of edutainment brought to you by Masifunda Learner Development. Stay tuned. Lumpuma Kappa TV, channel 260. Ichomi yako ye lockdown. quaranTV, baby. Let's go inside. If you are like me, you struggle to put all your studying material into perspective. Here is Uzoli Samkatiso with a few study tips to make sure you get organized. Take it away, Zoli. We are all yours.
Good day, everyone. My name is Zoli Samkatiso, also known as Usisoli. Today, I will be sharing with you some nice study tips and also some information resources which you can use. So now, study tips are divided into 3 categories, which are getting ready, time management, and healthy habits. But first, we're gonna start with getting ready. Before you start studying, you need to set up your study space. Your study space can be anywhere in the house. It could be in the kitchen table, It could be in your bedroom or even the lounge area. It depends on you. Number 2, you have to clear up all distractions. Distractions could be your television, the radio, or your cell phone. Number 3, you can also divide your work into little units which can help you study much better. And number 4, make sure that you have a method which can help you study. Some people use different methods at the same time and some people use only one. An example of a method would be mind maps and also some cue cards. The second part is time management. It is important for you to set yourself some time for studying, which means that you can study 30 minutes and take a break for 15 minutes. Because our brains can't take up too much information at the same time. Number 2, in order for you to study effectively, you can start by focusing on those subjects or those topics that you don't understand very well. Now we are going to be talking about healthy habits. When you study, you need to make sure that you eat enough food and you exercise as well. This helps you be able to focus. Number 2, make sure you get enough rest. It is important if you're going to be writing an exam the following day that you do get your required 8 hours of sleep. And number 3, try to avoid using your cell phone or your laptop when you're studying because the light from the laptops and the cell phones is not good for your eyes if you focus too long on it. Otherwise, I'm not saying don't use your technology. You can use it to get more information from Google or any other websites which I will share just now. So now I'll be sharing with you some very helpful websites where you can get some study resources. If you are looking for old exemplars and examination papers and their memos, you can visit www.ecexams.co.za. In that website, they have old exemplars from all grades from grade 9 to 12. Another amazing website which you can visit is the Vodacom e-learning website. In that website, they have some videos and audios as well as question papers and exercises which you can do. And these start from grade R to grade 12. If you are using Vodacom, then it is free. You don't have to use data to access this website. Another website which you can visit is www.education.gov.za. In this website, they have uploaded some study guides which you can use. We all know that some of you do not have access to study guides, but on that website you can get all the study guides that you need for your subjects and also some activities which you can use, which are actually based on the CAPS curriculum. If you are looking for maths exercises, you can go on learn.olico.org. This website accommodates grade 7 to grade 9, and they teach you maths online, and there are nice online activities which you can use as well. So that's it for me for now. I will see you next time. Goodbye.
Hello everyone at home, welcome to another segment of drama here on quaranTV, brought to you by Umasifuna Learner Development. I am still GBV, your drama coach. Likewise, before we get into our lesson of the day, we start off with a drama game. And this one is very simple and easy to play. It's called Mirror. Mirror on the wall. Who's the prettiest there of them all? Okay, I messed that up. But anyway, the game is called Mirror. All you need is a partner. You can use music as well if you want. But if not, you can just use the calm surrounding at your place or outside, in your room, your garage, wherever you find space. You can even do it in the living room. Okay, so it's you and your partner. You have person A and person B. You must now face each other. Now person A is going to be the mirror, and then person B is going to be the person mimicking the mirror. Does it make any sense? So person A is the mirror and person B is the actual person. So whatever person B is doing, then person A must do as well and become the mirror of that person. So this is how it works. If you have music, play some nice soft music. So everything must start off slow. So person A is mimicking person B. So person B is moving hand, is moving arms, moving leg. You can also move your body, but it must be slow so that person A can be able to follow. Now this works very well if the both of you are serious and you are concentrating. It helps you to concentrate and to cast off all the other things around you. Just concentrate on your body and also concentrate on your partner's body as they are moving. Now after a while of doing this, you change. So person B becomes the mirror, and then person A becomes the actual person who is moving. So you do this for a while as well, until you feel now your concentration levels are up, and now you can up the scale a bit. You can choose a character, whatever character. It could be an old man with a limp. So person A would be the old man with a limp, and then person B would be the mirror, mimicking whatever person A is doing with the limp. So you choose a character that is physically challenged, and then you step it up a bit. You start doing it with words as well. It could be gibberish, make up your own language, or you could also use line from favorite TV series or whatever book you read together, but something that you can both relate to and be able to mimic. So it is as simple as that. It's called mirror, mimicking the other person. You can also do this as an exercise as you're walking on the street, walking to school. If you see someone walking in front of you, you mimic the way they walk. It also improves your characterization. It also improves your concentration and your body, how you are able to shift and move your body around by mimicking other people, the way they walk, the way they talk as well. So that was it for our game today called The Mirror. Our next segment, we are going to deal with set and themes. Stay tuned. Like I said before, today we'll be dealing with set, location, and theme. Firstly, let us start off with the set. What is a set? Now, a set is what your eye sees. The first thing your eye sees in each and every scene. Now, in most cases, the writer writes down what he sees as the set of the story. In other cases, the director directs and puts in his own vision of what they see of the set. Now, the set consists of maybe large props, like your couch, your chairs, your dining room wall could be part of your set. Now that creates a nice background for all the scenes that you want to create. Now when the audience comes in, you have a background. Now the background depends on what type of story you want to tell. If you are telling a fairy tale, for instance, of people walking in the woods, then you get a set designer to design for you a nice backdrop that looks like the woods, bushes, or maybe a castle. If you want to tell the story of the people in the community, in the township, then you get someone to design a nice set for you that looks like a shack in the township, or maybe small RGB houses where people live. So it depends on what you want the audience's eye to see when they walk into the door to watch your drama and your play. That is your set. Now it depends also on the location where you set it. Like I said before, if you're talking about fairy tales, then you want castle. Then you must distinguish and tell what type of furniture do you want. You want gold cups and mugs, the chairs must be painted gold, so you distinguish the rich from the poor. So that is also set by your location, where you locate the drama that you are telling. I hope that makes a bit of sense for a person who's directing and the person who's writing, and for the person who's going to watch the play, to distinguish set and the location in which the set is placed. So we move on to our themes. What are themes? Themes are what the story that we are writing is based on. There are many themes. It could be good versus evil, corruption, it could be love, hatred, it could be power, ambition, rich versus poor. Now, your play that you're writing, or your story, or your film, doesn't necessarily have to have one theme. You can have many themes in the story. For instance, your protagonist can be in one scene in love, and the next scene we can see him in a very foul mood, in a very bad behavior. In the next scene we see him very jealous. And then the next scene we see him in love again. And then we see him poor. So it all depends on the story that you're writing and what message you want to put across. Then you can have many themes as you want. So that is what a theme is of a story. Now a theme is done like this. You have the plot and you have the story, and those equals to the theme. The theme equals to the development of the character. They show us how your character develops. Like the examples that are made of the protagonist who falls in love, we see him in a foul mood. So those two things propel or push the story forward a bit. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Drama with myself, Kabiso. Remember, like I always say, it is not over until the curtain drops. See you next time. In a world of computers and encryption, some of us find joy in creating some sort of magic. Come, Grumpy Me. Oh, come, Happy Me. Ah, look at that. Little minions. Mini-me's. Here is Zukile Mtego with some coding. Go, Mini-me's. I love it.
Hi everyone, welcome to another session of Code Breakers. My name is Zukile Mtego and I will be telling you all about coding. So in our last session, we talked about computers being able to take instructions and the importance of putting those instructions into a logical order. Now in this session, we will introduce another topic called conditional statements. So today we're going to talk about conditional statements. So let's get right into it. So what are conditional statements? Conditional statements are nothing but statements that helps a computer to make a decision. Still confused? Don't worry. I'm sure by the end of this session, you will know what our conditional statements are and also how do they work. So conditional statements are different. So you have an if statement, you have an if-else statement, you have a nested if-else statement, you have an if-else-if statement, and you also have a switch statement. So if you are still confused, don't worry. We're going to break it down. We're going to take statement by statement and we will discuss it so that we can make it more clear and much more easier to understand. So let's start with an if statement. So an if statement has to have a condition in order to work. So that condition must be accompanied by a statement. So in this example, we're saying if you put in a condition inside a bracket, then a statement. So let's say, for example, you want to go and play outside, but the only way you can play outside is that it is sunny outside. So what's the condition there? The condition is that the weather must be sunny so that you can go and play outside. So in an if statement, how you would put that, you would put it in this way. You say if weather is equal to sunny, then play outside. So that's how an if statement works. So you put a condition inside the bracket so that you can tell the computer what decision to make or what statement to follow. So that's how an if-else statement works. It's either a condition is true or it is false. For example, here the first condition is, if the first condition is true, that the weather is sunny outside, then you will be able to go and play outside. But if the condition is false, that the sunny is not equal to sunny, then you play inside. So that's how if-else statement work. It's either the condition is true or it is false. Now let's repeat it again. An if statement works when the condition is only true. So if the condition is true, then an if statement will work. But if the condition is false, then an if statement won't work. Now, for an else if statement, it works whether the condition is true or it is false. In this example, we say, if the weather is sunny outside, then play outside. Meaning that if this condition is true, then you can be able to play outside. But if this condition is false, then you need to play inside. So that's how if-else statement work. That was it for today. So we learned about if statement, we learned about if-else statement. So I hope you understand now what our conditional statements are, and you understand what an if statement and what is the difference between an if statement and an else if statement. So until we meet again in another session. Bye.
Every day of our lives, we get to learn something new. Here's our favorite educationalist, Andy Wembelegani, to talk more about gender-based violence.
Hello and welcome to another gender-based violence education episode. I hope by now we know what is gender-based violence and we understand it better. If you missed out on the previous episodes, don't worry, you can watch them on YouTube on my Masifundela Development Youth Channel. Today, I want us to touch a little bit on the prevention of gender-based violence. I want us to know that prevention of gender-based violence is everyone's responsibility. It is not a woman or girl's issue. Gender-based violence is a human rights violation. Therefore, it is a human issue. After all, gender-based violence can affect anyone directly or indirectly. It has no race, no class, and no age. There are two things we can do to make sure that we prevent gender-based violence. The first one is we should not be perpetrators of gender-based violence, which means we should not be abusers or bullies. And the other thing is we can be young people who are against gender-based violence. And you might be at home asking yourself, how can I do that? I'm still at school, I'm still young. Listen, as a young person, you can do it, you have the power. Here are the 5 things you can do as a start of preventing gender-based violence. The first thing you can do is be a friend. What do I mean by being a friend? You can be supportive, be non-judgmental, and also listen to others. The second thing you can do is be an educator. Act as a bridge or link for your peers to get information about gender-based violence. The third thing you can do is be an activist. Refuse to be a passive bystander. Challenge unhealthy behaviors and attitudes, and also stand for equality and non-violence. The fourth thing you can do is be a role model. Be a positive role model, lead by example, and have a balance between academics and social life. And the last thing, which is the fifth thing you can do, is be a team player. Offer help and also ask for help when needed. So those are the 5 things I encourage you to do as you start your journey of preventing gender-based violence. Be a friend, be an educator, be an activist, be a role model, and a team player. Also, if you are on Facebook, you can search, like, and share the I Initiate Facebook page, where you can see what other young people are doing and what messages are they sharing to prevent gender-based violence in the times of lockdown. Again, if you are experiencing gender-based violence or you know someone who needs help, these are the numbers you can call.
I never say goodbye. Goodbyes are sad because we linger on to the memories that lay before us. That's why I always say it is not over until the curtain falls. It is better to sleep in a bed full of roses than a bed full of tears.